Hey everyone, it's Pat from Seattle Coffee Gear, and I'm here today with a crew comparison between the Breville Precision Brewer with the glass carafe and the Technivorm Moccamaster KBGV Select. So this is a newer model from Technivorm. The Select in the name Moccamaster Select is for the selectable brew amount switch down here. So let's actually switch between a 40-ounce full pot of coffee and a 20-ounce half pot of coffee. And that's going to modulate the flow rate of the water to make sure that it gives it the proper saturation and the proper flow rate over the brewing process for those different volumes. Otherwise, I mean, you've probably seen the Breville Precision Brewer before. This is a machine with a lot of programmability and a lot of options, certainly all the volume options that you could want, and it has a lot of flexibility. What we've got them set up with today, I've got the cone basket in the Precision Brewer. You can actually switch between the flat bottom basket and the cone basket depending on the filter type you prefer. And the Technivorm works exclusively with the cone filters. The biggest difference between these machines, if it isn't clear, is going to be very simple, consistent options on the Moccamaster Select, and then more programmability and control over your coffee with the Precision Brewer. So it's really going to come down to whether you prefer to have the ability to control things like cold brewing, single cup brewing, iced coffee, specific recipes for different roasts. Like you can set the temperature, flow rate, those kinds of things can be programmed here, versus the simplicity on the Moccamaster Select of just pushing a button. Once you've got everything set up and you've got all of your coffee dosed and your water ready to go and your half or full pot selection, the Moccamaster is going to be able to just sort of brew a great tasting pot of coffee for you, whereas you're going to have to practice a little bit more to get the exact things that you want. The Precision Brewer has its gold cup setting, which is a good standard, but it just depends on your individual tastes. So there's a little bit more tweaking that you can and will probably need to do with the Precision Brewer. In terms of design of these two drip brewers, they're both really solidly constructed. They both have a little bit of plastic here and there, but then also some metal case elements as well. Both of them have really strong heating elements that are going to provide consistent temperatures. Like I was saying, you can program the temperature on the Precision Brewer, where the Moccamaster Select does not have a controllable temperature, but it also has it's still a really great heating element that keeps it right in the range for brewing drip coffee that you would want. So the baskets themselves, you're going to have a this kind of larger, chunkier basket on the Precision Brewer. That's going to give you the ability to swap that inner basket out. And the Moccamaster Select is just going to have a little bit simpler plastic basket that comes out and has your cone filter inside right there. The Moccamaster Select also has a little grooves that you insert the basket into to get the auto stop working, which the Precision Brewer also has, but it's built into just how the basic in and out of the basket. The water tanks, also very similar, easy to use. You're just going to pour your water in. They both have good measurements on them. As you can see, the Precision Brewer has a slightly larger tank, so you're going to be able to brew a larger pot with the Precision Brewer than what you can do with the Moccamaster Select. Both of them have warming plates for their carafes, and you get a little bit more control over the warming plate on the Precision Brewer. The Moccamaster Select is going to have a 100-minute auto shutoff time, so you don't really have the same control over the warming plate, but at the same time, you're probably going to want to drink your coffee within 100 minutes after you brew it anyway, so we don't really see that as a negative on the Moccamaster Select. The biggest question, of course, is do both of these brewers make good coffee? So we're going to brew a pot of each of them and do a quick taste test, and we will be able to answer that question. All right, so we have our coffee brewed up here, and I'm going to grab a cup of the Precision Brewer coffee first. Nice and hot and tastes great, just what I would expect. Actually, I had some of this particular coffee a little bit earlier, and so I kind of know what to expect here. And it's good. And now let's take a taste of the coffee from the Technivorm Moccamaster over here. Also really good, very comparable flavors, and what that means is that both of these drip brewers do a really good job of staying out of the way of the flavors in the beans. Because you can change the settings on the Precision Brewer, you're going to be able to get a little bit different flavor tweaks out of it that way. And since the Moccamaster Select doesn't have all of those programmable features, it's going to brew a pretty consistent flavor. But in both cases, if you go with the Gold Cup brewing on the Breville Precision Brewer or use the Moccamaster Select, you're getting a really good flavor of just like the beans themselves. It's brewing what you should be getting from the coffee. So in that taste department, they both taste really, really great. And what that means is that this comparison between these two really comes down to whether you want that complexity, the ability to program a lot of different drink options, or if you just want the simplicity of a push the button and it goes system. And you might be saying to yourself, well, of course I want the programmability, but for a lot of coffee drinkers, just being able to hit that button and get great coffee is really great too. And while you can kind of get that on the Precision Brewer with the gold setting, there is a lot more to learn and play with in the various setup and settings here. So which one is going to be best for you is just going to come down to what degree of customization you prefer. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to hit that like button and get subscribed for more videos in the future. And thanks so much. Hope you enjoyed it.